Have you ever set your alarm for 5 o'clock a.m. with big plans only to hit snooze and wake up at 8 feeling guilty? Maybe you've read that successful people wake up early. Maybe you've tried it yourself once, twice, maybe 10 times, but you always go back to old habits. You tell yourself, I'm just not a morning person. I need my sleep. But what if I told you that the first hour of your day holds the power to change your entire life? What if one man's story could prove that your destiny is decided before the sun rises? This is the story of a man who had nothing until 5 o'clock a.m. became his secret weapon. Stay with me until the end, because this might be the wake-up call you've been waiting for. In a small industrial town where factories hummed day and night, there lived a 32-year-old man named Daniel. Daniel worked as a night security guard at a textile warehouse. Every evening at 8 p.m., he arrived at the gate. Every morning at 6 a.m., exhausted and drained. He went home to sleep. His salary was barely enough. He lived in a tiny one-room apartment with a broken fan, a mattress on the floor, and a single light bulb that flickered when the power was low. His clothes were old. His shoes had holes. But more than physical poverty, Daniel suffered from something deeper. He felt trapped. Every morning as he walked home past the sleeping town, he saw other people's lives through their windows. Families having breakfast together, children preparing for school, men in clean shirts heading to office jobs. And Daniel would think, will this be my life forever? Walking home while everyone else is waking up to their dreams. He had tried to change. He applied for better jobs, but with only a high school education, every door closed. He wanted to learn new skills, but after working all night, he was too tired to do anything except sleep. His mother, who lived in the countryside, would call him once a week. "Daniel, my son, when will your life get better? I'm getting old. I want to see you succeed before I die." Daniel would force cheerfulness into his voice. "Soon, Mama. Soon, I'm working on it." But he wasn't, because he didn't know how. The truth that haunted him most was this: he wasn't lazy. He worked hard every night, walking miles, staying alert, doing his duty. But hard work alone wasn't changing anything. He was working hard in a life that was going nowhere. And every morning as he collapsed into bed around 7 a.m., sleeping until 4 o'clock p.m., he felt like he was living backwards. The world moved forward while he slept through it. One thought kept returning, like a whisper he couldn't ignore. There has to be another way. But what? One cold Tuesday morning in November, Daniel's phone rang just as he was leaving work. It was his sister. "Daniel, you need to come home." Mama collapsed. "She's in the hospital." His heart stopped. He took the first bus to his village. A 3-hour journey that felt like forever. When he arrived at the small rural clinic, his mother was in bed, weak but conscious. The doctor said she had fainted from exhaustion and stress. She needed rest, better food, and medicine they couldn't afford. His mother held his hand, her voice barely a whisper. Daniel, I don't have much time left. Please, my son, don't waste your life like I wasted mine. Find a way. Promise me. Daniel sat beside her bed long after she fell asleep. He looked at her wrinkled hands, hands that had worked in fields for decades, just like he worked through nights, both of them struggling, but going nowhere. Something inside him cracked. Not with sadness, but with rage. Rage at his own helplessness. He stepped outside the clinic into the pre-dawn darkness. It was 5 a.m. The village was still asleep, but a few farmers were already walking to their fields. Birds were beginning to sing. The air was cool and fresh. And in that moment, standing in the quiet dawn, Daniel made a decision. "No more," he whispered. "I won't live like this anymore. I don't care what it takes. I will find a way."
On the bus ride back to town, he noticed something.
Sitting across from him was a man in his 50s, well-dressed, reading a book, calm and focused. Daniel recognized him, Mr. Liu, a successful businessman who owned several shops in town. What shocked Daniel was the time, 6 a.m., a successful man traveling on a regular bus. At dawn, Daniel gathered his courage. "Excuse me, sir, why are you on this early bus?" Mr. Liu looked up and smiled. "Because I wake up at 4:30 every morning. I use this time to read, think, and plan my day before the world wakes up. But don't you need sleep?" "I sleep at 9 p.m., 7.5 hours. Enough." Mr. Liu studied Daniel's tired face. "You work nights?" "Yes, security guard." "And when do you sleep?" 7 a.m. to 4 p.m., usually. Mr. Liu nodded slowly. "So you're awake when the world sleeps and asleep when the world works. No wonder you're stuck." He leaned forward. "Young man, let me tell you a secret that changed my life 30 years ago. The hours between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. Those are magic hours. That's when you build the life you want while everyone else is still dreaming." Daniel felt something stir inside him, a dangerous thing called hope. "But how? I work until 6 a.m. I need sleep." "Then change your sleep. Sleep when you get home. Wake up earlier, and when you can, always wake at 5. That's the secret." Mr. Liu wrote his number on a card. "If you're serious about changing your life, call me. But only if you're serious. Discipline scares most people." The bus stopped. Daniel looked at the card and made a promise to himself. "I'll do it. Starting tomorrow." That evening, Daniel did something he had never done before. He called Mr. Liu. The next day, for the first time in years, Daniel was awake during daylight on a weekday. They met at a small cafe. Mr. Liu smiled. "You actually changed your sleep. Most people talk. You acted." He then drew a simple house in a notebook, ready to share the next step. "Daniel, your life is a house with no foundation. The hours from 5 to 7 a.m., that's foundation time. 2 hours a day. That's 730 hours a year. 3 extra months of life," Daniel whispered. 3 months. Mr. Liu laid out the system. Hour 1. Build skills. Hour 2. Build body and mind. 3 rules followed. No negotiation. Sleep by 9. The first weeks will hurt. Do this for 90 days, Mr. Liu said. Then come back. Daniel nodded. I won't quit. We'll see. Mr. Liu smiled. The alarm rang at 5 a.m. Daniel wanted to quit, but he didn't. The days were painful, the weeks exhausting. But something changed. By day 20, he woke up before the alarm. By month 2, he had new skills. By month 3, his work spoke for itself. On day 87, he was promoted. He called Mr. Liu. I did it. I knew you would, Mr. Liu replied. Now don't stop. 1 year later, Daniel was no longer a guard. He had moved his mother closer. He had stability, purpose, control, and every morning at 5 a.m. he still woke up. Not because he had to, but because that's where his future was built. The lesson and your challenge, Daniel, had nothing. No degree, no money, no help. Just a decision to wake up early. Now, the question is simple. Will you? Your future is waiting on the other side of that alarm clock. Don't make it wait another day. If you found this story inspiring, hit that like button and subscribe for more content that can help you change your life. Thanks for watching.